Pardon the tilt. Pardon the tilt. We haven't had our V8s this morning. I gotta reset this camera mount because it's not the right place to go horizontally. It ain't the right spot to do horizontal shuffle. The world is so small, till it ain't, till it ain't, till it ain't, till it ain't, yeah. Building up the wall, till the break, till the break, till the break, till the break, yeah. I don't wanna keep you waiting. I will never keep you waiting. Pardon the brushing. This thing's out of control. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, gangsta lean. I gotta move this phone mount so I can do this horizontally because normally it's vertical, so it's in a better spot to go vertical. But what's up, Salty? Good morning, Miss K. How are you, darling? Hello, Frankie. Good to see you. Sasquatch Confessions, brother. What up? Hello, Hope. How's your igloo? And my mate, Ben, my brother. Love you, buddy. How is everybody today? How is your day starting out? I'm gonna take you down to the beach real quick. I think they've cleaned most of it up, but it had taken a good hit that last storm. There was sand and whatnot everywhere because of the flooding. But it's kind of we're getting a little bit of snow here, very light, and it's supposed to snow lightly for most of the day, which always makes for a pretty backdrop. Of course, I say that, and now it's stopping. Son of a bitch. It's a bloody great Friday. Cold and snowy. What's up? You guys in such a good mood. Octo, what's going on, man? Well, I mean, you know, it's one of those things, right? There's a lot of things that I can be miserable about. It was once said to me, if you change the way you look at things, the things you're looking at will change. So I can be miserable at any time. I can choose to be miserable at any time. I can switch up in 10 minutes, in 5 minutes, in 30 seconds if I want. But I figure above the ground, I am fairly able-bodied. I'm sitting on this live here with you wonderful people. Hard to not be in at least a decent mood. Hard to not be in a decent mood when I get to spend some time with you folks. We had a cold flash, but it's going to melt by next week. Me and Suki's were shoveling in minus 15. That sounds really fun. That sounds really fun. Yeah, I was talking about that last night. I live in New England. Like, we're used to snow. We're used to blizzards. We're used to the weather changing very rapidly. Yet when there's going to be a snowstorm, people still panic. I don't understand. They freak out. They run to the store, and the first things that everyone buys is milk, bread, and eggs. Forgive me, but if you're worried about being trapped in your house and the power being out, why the hell are you buying shit that's going to expire the moment your power goes out? Dairy expires the fastest of anything. So what's with the eggs and the milk? I don't get it. Makes no sense. You should be buying canned food, and if you're worried about power going out and being stuck in your house, that kind of stuff. Pop-Tarts, I don't think, go bad for years. Buy some blueberry Pop-Tarts. You should buy them anyway, just because they're spectacular. Last night, storm's coming next week back to windy around. Yeah, it's going to be warm next week here again. We'll be back up in the high 40s, low 50s, which is just bananas for this time of year. That's so crazy. So crazy. Let's see here. We're almost at the beach. By the beach, man! On the top of Samson. Alright. Let me park Greta. By the way, I found more videos of lifted Priuses, so I'm getting more and more excited that I know it's not only possible, but people do it. So if I can raise the money, we're going to lift this Prius of mine, put some big old mutters on it, and she's going to be the cross-country encrypted connections express to go hunt for Bigfoot and other cryptids. Are we doing the polar plunge? No. Hell yeah, Mark. Blueberry Pop-Tarts are the shizzle. Buy lots of beer and e-juice, maybe water and canned food if I have money. That sounds right. That's perfect. That's what I would buy too. Cherry, cherry's acceptable. Cherry's acceptable, but it's blueberry first. Blueberry's the best flavor Pop-Tart. And we've had this conversation before, for those of you who weren't here for it. There's etiquette to eating Pop-Tarts. There's Pop-Tart etiquette. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, because if you don't know, then we can't be friends. There's a way you eat Pop-Tarts correctly. There's a way you eat them incorrectly. All right, you ready? It's a pretty good view. Not that one. That one. It's pretty nice, huh? Pretty flippin' nice, I must say. So, that's across the river. There's a lighthouse and some really beautiful houses over there. Yeah, my thoughts on off-brand Pop-Tarts? There's no such thing as off-brand Pop-Tarts. There's Pop-Tarts, and then there's fake, dry as sand, shitty pretenders. It's a sin. You do not buy off-brand Pop-Tarts. Let's go check out over here. They really cleaned this place up pretty good. I was expecting to see still a lot more debris and stuff. I mean, you could see it's up here, and that's how far down the water is from here. There you go. That came this high to wash this stuff up over that wall. This whole place was flooded. Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. Yeah, you just can't sacrifice on certain things. I understand on some things, like you go buy off-brand Tylenol or ibuprofen, no worries, right? No big deal. Off-brand Pop-Tarts? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What kind of savages are you? It's not safe for somebody who falls often, but the things I do for my channel. So that out there is the Ledge Lighthouse. Right there. And it's haunted. by the old lighthouse keeper. Frosted paper, yeah, that's right. Toaster strudels are very good, but they're not Pop-Tarts, right? So they're two different things. I don't care what anybody says. They're not the same. People will try to compare them, and they're not. So that's why I don't get upset when somebody says, oh, I'm eating a toaster strudel. I'm like, okay, that's good. Toaster strudels are much different. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't eat a toaster strudel cold, right? It's just me personally. I'll eat a Pop-Tart cold, though. But I will not eat a toaster strudel cold. That's like sacrilege. Same thing with eating a Pop-Tart the wrong way. You eat a Pop-Tart, you eat the edges first, all the edges, and then you save the frosted, fruit-filled center portion for last. That's the proper etiquette to eat a Pop-Tart. But yes, strudels are good. But you are talking about a different tax bracket, price-wise. There's the ferry, one of them. I'll accept that also. I can accept that, Salty. I can accept that. That's an acceptable answer. Judges say it's good. It's good. You can't handle and throw the crust away. We it. Anything else is completely barbaric and uncivilized. I mean, how did you even become an upright walking species if you don't eat Pop-Tarts, one of those? It's Avery Point. It's the UConn, University of Connecticut satellite campus here in Groton. It's a beautiful campus. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Out here, way out over yonder, I used to do some lobstering. It's really peaceful out here right now, very calm. I was hoping it was going to stay snowing because it's such a pretty backdrop when you're at the beach and the snow is falling over the ocean. But it's not. It quit on me. But yeah, so all this beach over here, the water came right up, right past that wall that you see, that stone wall. It had to come out into the parking lot. It had washed all this sand across the parking lot and the road. It was bad. It was bad, man. Oh, there goes the ferry again. There's a closer look of it for you. Whoa, as I'm slipping and falling on ice right now. This is a bad thing. Almost broke my ass. Slipping, falling, can't get up. There's some really gorgeous houses over here too in this neighborhood. Over there, beautiful, beautiful New England style houses with the wood shake siding. And then there's this weird house out here on a rock. It's for sale also. It's literally out on a tiny, tiny island of rocks. Strange. It's strange, man. Yo, what's up, Mark? What's going on? I was thinking of you when I decided to do this again. So, we're here. We're at the beach. I was hoping that it would stay snowing just to give it a little bit more of that beautiful view. I mean, it's still a pretty nice view. You can't really knock it. But when it snows, it just looks amazing. You got some ducks over there in the water. One out there, one over there. Down this river, this channel, if you keep going that way, is the naval base, electric boat where they make the submarines for the U.S. military. It's an old lighthouse across the way. That is chowder weather. That is chowder weather. Chowder. Wicked pisser. Yeah, that's the one thing about this place, like living here, that's really, oh, that's some really good beechwood right there. Holy shit. This stuff's beautiful. You just don't get, I mean, look at how amazing that looks, right? How weathered that is. That's the best. You could do so much with that. Of course, me being a cat weirdo, I would love to make that into a cat tree. I'm a weirdo. But if you were a reptile guy, you could take that and make that into like an iguana tree. Are those ice age crushed rocks? You're in Maine. Oh, that's dope. Maine's one of my favorite places. Love Maine. And what's going on, Miriam? How are you? Ice age crushed rocks. You mean like, did these come from glaciers? Is that what you're asking? Oh, it's starting to snow again. It's starting to snow again. Very lightly. Come on, baby. Narragansett? What do you know about Narragansett there, champ? So, I don't know that, I mean, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, Marcus. I know this area has a lot of like glacial rock formations in the towns surrounding here. I'm not sure if these right here on the water are. I think a lot of why they look this way, obviously, is weathering over time. Some of that. But yeah, they're amazing looking. There's some other places I'll have to take you guys like this in the coming months. I'm gonna show you a lot more of this area because there's so much more to see than just the woods and stuff. And I think people would enjoy seeing some of the sights, the beaches and the shoreline, and some of the geological anomalies that we have around here are pretty cool. The really strange underground stone structures that litter New England are just very, very weird. And we went to Gunjiwamp that one time, and I showed you those. But there are a ton more, and a lot within driving distance. So I'm going to make it a point to go to some of those places. But yeah, the rocks are really interesting looking. And there's other places where they look even crazier than this, man. They look even crazier than this. But I just wanted to take you guys out this morning and give you a shot of the beach and some of the snow and something peaceful for your morning. That's all, you know. Did you just see a trout? Yeah, it's very beautiful here, man. I'm very fortunate. I don't like Connecticut much, but I grew up on the water, on the shore, so that's a plus. Like the growing up right here along the water is really just it is beautiful. It's amazing. It's very peaceful. And it'd be difficult to not be within driving distance of some kind of ocean water. It couldn't be a lake. It couldn't be a pond. It would have to be ocean water. It's different. It's just different. Yeah, I'm going to show a lot more. I'm going to show. What's up, dude? What's going on, man? You feel me? Cranston, Providence, and Newport. I was in Newport last week with Brian. We went and saw all the mansions and stuff. I don't remember. I've only seen them like once in my life, so seeing them again, like at this age, because I don't remember much when I was younger. You're talking about, they're not just mansions, you're talking about castles, like legitimate castles, estates that are just outrageously big and beautiful. I'm going to go back and film a lot more and show, and like literally walk or drive and hop out and show you guys a lot of the mansions. We were just in a rush. And plus the weather was awful. It was like, I think it was like, with the wind chill, probably around 12 degrees. The winds were whipping. And we were miserable. I tried to fly the drone and it wouldn't fly. It just kept getting blown backwards. But yeah, I'll show you Mystic. Mystic's really cool. It's a very touristy place, New England touristy place. Lots of little shops and river walkways and stuff like that. I will take you to Old Saybrook probably this summer. That's another one. Essex, really, really beautiful areas on the water. I may even take you guys to the casinos just because a lot of people have never gotten to see the silly Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods. Mohegan Sun's really cool, actually. It's very unique. It's not a big, giant casino like a mall. It is very, very dedicated to their culture. All the decorating inside and stuff is it's their culture. It's amazing. Whereas Foxwoods just looks like a big mall. Yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely. You're welcome. You did not see a trout. The trout wrangler, the trout diddler, or whatever the hell that name was you used to use, you weirdo. So, mysterious in this area. There's a lot of stuff that's weird in this area. And New England is one of the first settled places in America. And so you have a ton of history here, right? Going back, many, 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 many hundreds of years. And a lot of that was violent. Just up the road where I used to do my lives every morning is a battlefield. It's called Fort Griswold. There was a battle there. And so, okay, here you go. Ready? The side of the river I'm on right now is Groton. That side of the river is New London. Benedict Arnold betrayed his people and turned on them to help the British burn down New London. So this is part of where Benedict Arnold and where that phrase came from was because of what he did here to turn against us and help the British burn New London down, which is on that side. So you have that stuff. You have Colonel Ledyard during that battle at Fort Griswold was on our side and then got captured by the British and killed with his own sword, which is a giant war crime back then, like one of the worst things you could possibly do when somebody surrenders, especially a colonel, is to kill them with their own sword. You don't do that. And so he's supposed to haunt that battlefield among other people. A lot of the houses that are down there are all historic houses that old captains and stuff used to stay in when they would come here. Used to be a whaling area. And so like the whaling vessels would come in and the captains would stay in these houses and these inns and stay with people. And a lot of those places are haunted. Mystic has a lot of haunted area just because of how old it is and all the stuff that's going on. There's so much, man. I really want to get into more of this area and that stuff, and I will. I just it's difficult because when you start stepping outside of what your channel was originally built about, YouTube then gets confused on what to do with the videos. So when I stop doing Bigfoot stuff and even do this stuff like morning walks, or they don't know what to do with this stuff. It doesn't get shuffled in the mix. It gets just buried somewhere. And then it can mess up the algorithm and your other videos. So it's difficult. You know, of course I want people to see my videos and get it out there because it obviously helps the channel grow. But we'll do more. We definitely will do more. I promise I'm gonna. Good morning, Juanita. Welcome. Hey, Miss Judy, how are you, darling? Lake Files, hello, dear. Yeah, what's going on, Jake? Happy Heavenly Robert E. Lee. Yeah, what's going on, Henry? Yeah, Marcus, we're gonna get into it, man. We have plans. I've investigated Hell's Hollow many times. Yeah. We'll do more at Hell Hollow. And now you can't. I don't think they shut the gates down to the road, so you can't get in there. You may be able to park outside it as long as the neighbors don't say anything, but it's quite a hike to walk from inside Patchogue all the way to Hell Hollow. It's really a pain in the ass, but interesting area. It's the only place I've ever seen an orb in my life, and it was during the day. It was about the size of a small soccer ball. It was bright white. It was very strange. Yeah, I'd take to see a nuclear sub being built. Yeah, I'd get kicked out and shot. Boardwalk in Newport. Yep, beautiful area. We're going to do more there. We're going to do more. This spring and summer, I'm going to bring you guys to a lot of these New Englandy areas to show you because they are beautiful. They really are. And then we're going to do a lot more of the historical side, the haunted side of things. I plan, listening while you clean the house. I know that's a reference too. I want to get the guys to stay at this inn up here. It's a haunted inn. It is called the Captain Grant's Inn. It's in Preston, and it's very old. And it's been on a couple documentaries and I think one TV show. So I really want to get like Alex, Brian, and Mike to stay with me for like a weekend or so. And see if they'll allow us to do filming and whatnot. It's a small place, so there's not many rooms. So I think if all four of us stayed, it would probably be just us there. So I want to do stuff like that. We're certainly going to branch out. We have plans to go to some really cool spots, man. I'm not going to tell you all of it, but some really cool spots. A place that's related to the Betty and Barney Hill abduction. UFO abduction. We have a plan to go up to this spot, and this place itself, again, I'm not going to say what it is because it's going to be a big surprise. The place itself is on a mountain, and it is incredible. It's incredible. So there's going to be a lot, trust me. We have a lot of plans that we're trying to get done. Of course, that takes time, and it takes finances, and you get excited, you want to do this stuff, and then sometimes you just things happen and you can't. But we're going to get some of it done anyway. I promise you. I think most people would agree that the last 6 months we've done some pretty cool stuff. Hooking up with Alex and Brian and Lucci has been amazing, and having friends like that who are willing to go out and do this stuff and have a passion for this stuff, who live close by or fairly close by, is just a blessing and a half. And between all of us, we each have our own connections to things, and it's going to be, these last 6 months were fun. I think this next 6 months and a year is going to be even better. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to enjoy it. AT Trail. Yes. A lot of haunted everything in New England. New England is super haunted. Sorry, it's getting cold out there. The wind's blowing. Blue Lion, I want to get up to you guys. Like seriously, I want to come up there. These guys, if you guys don't know Blue Line Bigfoot, please go watch their channel. Go subscribe. Go watch the Christmas specials. They are absolutely awesome. They're one of my favorite things. They do Christmas specials every year. They're great. I look like shit, guys. I'm tired. I didn't sleep good last night. Um, and these guys are just hilarious too, by the way. Blue Line, absolutely hilarious. And they have a compound where they live in the state of New York that is outrageous. It's outrageous. Dragons love them too. Yes, they do. Yeah, I'm gonna be going to Patchogue. I always go back there. That's my original stomping ground. UFO activity. I don't think there's anything majorly big that you guys would know about here. Like no huge stories, not in Connecticut anyway. Hold on one sec. I gotta. Yeah, this isn't gonna allow me to. Um, so it's not Christmas until BLB puts their Christmas video out. You are absolutely right. They're my favorite. I love it. They do such an amazing job. It's literally like a show. It's like a sitcom. It's friggin' amazing. Some of the nicest guys you will ever talk to in your life too. I think we've maybe talked once or twice, like personally or whatever through message, but some of the sweetest people on the planet Earth. Um, so as far as major UFO stuff, I don't think much. Like you're not going to hear anything in Connecticut about like that you hear the Betty and Barney Hill incident or like the lights over Indiana or Miami alien incidents. But there obviously has been UFO stuff here. In 2022, there were more UFO sightings in Connecticut than in that year than ever before. 2023 was very close to 2022. So maybe 2024 is going to have, is going to be on par with those 2 years, maybe more. Who knows? That's something that we're going to be doing more of too. We're going to be doing more UFO stuff. I am hoping to be getting hoping I can at some point get a set of psionics night vision, because that's the way to look for UFOs. That's the best way people see that stuff is with night vision at night. But just for some reason, people capture them with that stuff. Um, Obviously, we're gonna still do the Bigfoot stuff. That is, that's the bread and butter. That's my number one love is Bigfoot. But we are branching out. We're doing other things, and I think you have to um, you have to just for creative purposes. Like I love Bigfoot. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. But like when you love this stuff, you love it all, and you don't want to get painted into a creative corner, right? You want to be able to do more. You want to be free to explore other avenues. And so we're going to start doing that, which is why we have plans to continue going to Bridgewater Triangle, to the Freetown State Forest. We want to go focus on the Hockomock Swamp. There you go. There's UFO activity. Look up some of the stuff that's happened in there. Two news reporters saw a UFO back in the, gosh, I forget, man. I'm bad with dates. I think it was like the 80s. They both saw it the same night, described the same thing. That was a big one. Hartford. Yeah, I won't be doing anything at Hartford, guys. I'm not gonna do anything up there. It's Hartford's not a fun place. Not a fun place. At least most of Hartford's pretty scary. I think it's got the highest murder rate in the state, and I think it's actually got one of the highest murder rates in the country per capita. So if it was a bigger city, it would be on par with places like New Orleans and Chicago, which is ridiculous. Sorry, just going back in this a little bit. Oh yeah, much different than Alabama. Boston's another place. Very, very, very cool place. Lots and lots of history in Boston. We'll go to Boston. We'll definitely go to Boston. We're gonna go. I'm gonna do a whole thing on Salem too. It's one of my favorite historical stories is the witch trials. And I've been to Salem many, many, many times. It's one of the coolest city, town, whatever that I've ever been to. Um, Tons of historical homes and buildings that are still standing from back during the witch trials, which is bananas, right? The House of Seven Gables, the churches, the old prison. Uh, I feel like I went back in time at Salem. Well, yeah, 100%, 100%. That's how I feel. Um, Salem is a very progressive town. It's very laid back, and the people who live there. I mean, you have to be because there's a lot of the population there are witches, like legit witches. Are you talking about Hartford, Judy? So downtown Hartford is a big city, and yes, it's a business. As soon as you get outside those few blocks, though, you're in very dangerous areas. Very, very dangerous areas. There are shootings there every day. Every day. It's not the it's littered with drugs. Lots of homeless. It's really sad. The North End is terrible. Plymouth. Oh, who was talking about Hartford? Was that Miss K? Definitely UFOs in the Adirondacks for sure. Yes, yeah, they are, man. They are. I've done the haunted guided tours there many times, and a lot of those stuff, like when you do them in a lot of places, they suck. They're very good there. The people do a wonderful job of walking you through all the history. You'll even get some stories that you wouldn't get in your textbooks or hear other places. I heard a story about a fire there that I'd never heard before, that was intentionally set and killed people. Really great. What has inspired me so far this year? That's a good question. I don't know, man. I get inspired by a lot of things. Like, I get inspired by my peers so often. Like, this is not blowing smoke. Like, when I see you guys make the Christmas specials, I watch and I'm like, that's so awesome. To me, it's like, it's so creative. It's so funny. And I see that and I get inspired in different ways where I want to go. I've made some kind of funny parody style commercials, right? And it's so when I see things like that, I want to go do more of that. Obviously, being friends with Alex is a blessing and a curse, because Alex gets to travel the country and go investigate all this stuff, and he's such a great storyteller. So watching him, I get inspired in that way to want to create more video and tell my story of that place better. um you know uh Being surrounded by people who are creative, like Brian. I love the way Brian edits his videos. He's a professional hiker, damn near. So that's inspiring to me, that to want to get out and see other places and push myself. Lucci, I get inspired by so much, man. And it's easy if you look around you and pay attention to be inspired by so many things. I think, if you're paying attention, there's just so many things that are inspiring every day, as long as you choose to see it that way. I mean, you could look around you every day and go, "Wow, this sucks. This is all shit." Some days it feels like that, but most of the time I look around and go, "Man, like, There's always something that makes me go, yeah, all right. That inspired me to want to do this or that, or yo, she'd love them. The Mayflowers. Shush. Shush it. Oh, you're a jerk. 1492, damn it. Yes, we're gonna venture out and do a lot, man. We really are. Um, I I love this stuff. I truly love this stuff. I love creating. I'm a creative at heart. I always have been. Um, and I love adventure. So all of this works together so perfectly. It gives me the ability to create videos, which I love doing now. Like I want to make full-length documentary films so bad. And I think starting here is the way to go. Um, Salem is definitely one of the things that I want to do. Big, like hardcore. Yes, Columbus landed. Was it Plymouth Rock? It was, yes. But what was the Mayflower? When did the Mayflower sail? When the hell did that land and where? Because the other night somebody said, Dewey said he was on the Mayflower, and I said, "Damn, you were alive in 1492," and somebody was like, "Nope, not the same thing, not the same thing." So I don't know, man. I'm sorry, I got the two mixed up, and I'll probably never hear the end of it now. Whatever. The Mayflower, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, Plymouth Rock, the Rock of Gibraltar. I don't. Whatever. Who gives a shit? It's probably all revisionist history anyway. It's all lies. It's what they want you to believe. No one landed on any rock. Nope, didn't happen. They didn't even sail. They flew here in a UFO and traveled through time portals. That's what happened. Don't let them lie to you. I've seen Plymouth Rock too. We've been there. I've been to Plymouth Rock. I've seen the silly boats. I've been to um, Sturbridge Village where they all like replay and act like they're pilgrims. I've seen it all. Made that voyage, Mayflower from Scotland, Wales, England. I'm working up here. So, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. I don't know a ton about my family. I know some of my family came from Portugal. I know that the Irish side, if you go way back, the Irish side of my family were a huge part of the Crusades, a big part. That research I did myself because that side of my family is a lot of it's lost to me because my father just was a piece of trash and left and didn't really give me the info that I most people would get. So I did a lot of looking for that myself. Ties with the Mayflower. That's very cool. What's up, Andy? How you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, we're gonna branch out. We're gonna do a lot. Me and Brian are probably going back to Bridgewater next week. This is the thing. Like we're pushing. Then the following week or so, we're hoping we can get the whole band together, all four of us. If not, then maybe three of us. Alex is really busy. He's traveling to Louisiana coming up in the first week of February, so he's got a lot of editing and stuff to do. We don't know if he's gonna be able to go, but possibly me, Brian, and Mike will be going back up to the place we call the Corner, which is the northwestern corner of Connecticut, where Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New York all meet. If you look at John Green's maps from back in the day, his data, that area to him was the hottest spot in New England, and it still is. You talk about the Berkshires, tons of stuff going on there. So there always has been. That corner in Connecticut is where the Winstead Wild Man all started. That was before there was ever a Bigfoot. There was no name for it back then. They were called wild men. There was no Bigfoot. There was no construction crew that found footprints. This was all, way before that. That area is crazy. We went up there and there's a road. It's a dirt road that goes through the woods for a very long time from Massachusetts into Connecticut and to the New York border. And there are no houses down there. Nothing. Nothing. There are no houses. Oh, absolutely, Marcus. Absolutely. I always do that. Um Dude, I love the way you guys type. It's just crazy. Uh it's just ridiculous. Um and so we're gonna be going back to that place. Yeah, the west side of Connecticut, the northwestern corners where most people think most of the activity is, but I can tell you right now, people don't hear about the stuff that goes on in the northeast corner, the quiet corner where Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts meet. That's the place we call the T, because that's what all the borders make is this T. I know, very, very creative. Um, I have talked to a guy who's been collecting data from that area for a long time, and because he's a local guy, locals will talk to him. Whereas the culture here, most people don't talk about this stuff. And he's got trackways that have been videoed, casted, 3D scanned, taken pictures of. There's multiple Class A sightings in this northeastern area, and that's the area where the property I was investigating is at. This area is it's a very unique area. There are these valleys that create their own like mini climates. It's what allows there to be these wonderful vineyards up there. It also creates these crazy like anomalous forests. Like we don't have many white cedar swamps around here. That area's got a bunch. So there's a lot going on there. I promise you, there's a lot going on there. I've personally had two different trackways there just in the last year. That's where I got the screams on audio. That's where I got the knocks. That's where I got something walking around, picked up the recorder. That's where I got the grunt, the heavy breathing. All of that came from that area. So it is a very interesting area. I don't know about ley lines. What I can tell you is it's heavily, heavily littered with quartz. Heavily. I don't know if that plays into it, but there's a lot of quartz there. It's jumping out of the ground. I don't know if you guys have seen videos of Joe and Jesse's where they keep finding these big white quartz rocks. That's what it's like. You'll stumble upon these giant quartz lines. Not to mention, there's two massive if we call them here like trunk line trails or uh the rail line trails where the old railroads used to be through the woods, and then the tracks got taken out, but there's still the cut and these trails stayed and they go on for miles. It's like a highway. Tons of stuff, tons of tracks been found there, tons of sightings have been in those areas. So we're going there. You're probably right. There's probably dogmen there. I wouldn't doubt it. Um, Sorry, just trying to scroll through here. Are you hiking or just hanging out? We're gonna go to the Hockomock when we go back to the Bridgewater Triangle instead of going to Freetown again. And we're gonna walk around. We're gonna walk around. At night, what we do is we walk, we find a spot, and then we hunker down and go quiet. We go dark and we go quiet to see if anything makes noise, see if we can hear anything, to see if anything will come to us. That's the way that Alex likes to do things. It's worked for him. It's so we try that, and then if that doesn't produce anything, then we'll try other things. Then we'll try, moving around, asking questions. I want to do this thing where I'm putting lights on my drone and a mini speaker, and I want to fly it over the woods and call blast with it. So we're gonna try that. Knife check. Knife check. I'm not Joe and Jesse. I don't have any crazy knives. I just got this buck knife with me today. Nothing major, but it works. I'm not Joe and Jesse. Those guys have a knife collection that is. But I always have my gun. I'm not gonna pull that out though. I always got the gun. Yeah, there's something with the quartz. I'm telling you, there really is, man. Any of that crystals hold energy. So, I think Marcus, you were talking about it the other night, weren't you? About the crystal skulls possibly being computers, of some sort. Yeah, interesting, man. Very interesting stuff. Oh, these are really cool. Oh, hold on. I want to show you guys these birds. They're really neat. Hold on. Hold on. I hope they don't fly away. Hey guys, this guy's got a mohawk. Check him out. Ready? Where is he? Check him out. What's up, guys? What's up? Hey. What's going on, man? Look at that dude's mohawk. How cool is that? Look at his friggin' mohawk. That's the coolest thing ever. What's up, guys? Hey. I don't even know what those birds are. They're really cool. All right, sorry. Just wanted to show you that real quick. Oh my goodness. Can't answer right now. I gotta hop off. I don't mean to just end it like that, but I still got stuff I gotta get done, and I'm getting phone calls. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. I'm again working on. I'll probably going out this weekend to do some stuff by myself, potentially. I want to go to this other forest that where there was some somebody got some screams. They got screamed at over there like 2 months ago. So I'm gonna go to this other forest where that happened. I have not been there yet. So that's my plan. Sorry. Hold on one sec. That's my plan to go to this other forest this weekend that I've not been to yet, where this other stuff has happened, and this guy got screamed at or whatever. I don't know what's going on with the screen right now. It's all messed up. So look out for that. And then we are rescheduling Mr. RPG probably for this coming Wednesday. But I'll let you know. So please, keep your notifications on, all that jazz. Please please subscribe, please leave a comment. I really, really, truly mean it when I tell you all that. I am always humbled that any of you guys join and watch, and it really means a lot to me. It really, really, truly does. This is the greatest group of people on the interwebs, in the YouTubery universe. I don't just say that, I mean it. You guys rock. So let me get out of here. I have a Joe and Jesse. Oh, we have a plan to hook up. That we're trying to get them up here to do the whole Bridgewater Triangle thing, because I think it's perfect for them. It fits perfect with what they like. It's got all that stuff that they like, all those elements. So we're definitely trying to get them up here. We're gonna make it happen one way or the other. If not, then I'm supposed to go down to Tennessee in the spring. My plan is to hook up with Dewey. Hopefully we can get Joe and Jesse to join. And there's some other stuff going on there that I'm not going to share yet, but it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. So let me get out of here. Love you guys. Definitely carry on. Absolutely miss that guy every day. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch up soon. Bye guys.